All set.
All right, well, let's get started. Hi, everyone, and happy Tuesday, and thank you all for joining us tonight. We are so glad you are here. This is our health, wealth, and happiness call, and we run this call the first Tuesday of every month, and it is one of our absolute favorite calls. And as the title says, we are here tonight because we want to either improve our health, we want to gain more wealth, or we want to be able to enjoy the things that make us healthier and happier. And those go hand in hand. So tonight you're going to hear some amazing stories about our products and why we are all so passionate about them. And you will also hear some incredible stories about our business. So we hope that while you're listening in, that you can just keep an open ear and an open mind. And we encourage you to dream a little bigger and perhaps envision what the product or the business might actually be for you, or what it could be for you. So just to introduce myself, my name is Stacy King. I am a physical therapist, and I am a mom of 2 teenagers now. I can officially say that. And I am the wife to my lovely husband of 16 years now. And I've been with the Juice Plus company almost 2.5 years. And I got introduced to the products in the business all at the same time. And so for me, I was a Facebook stalker, and I saw Hilary, who's on this call and we'll be talking later, posting something about a Shred 10. And I was ready. I was in the right place at the right time. I was looking for something to just lose those last couple of pounds and feel a little bit better before a big event in my family that was coming up. So I reached out to Hilary, and because I was ready to do it and I was getting enough product, she basically told me I needed to join the business and said that if you love the products as much as I do, you're going to want to know more about this business. And because I trust Hilary so wholeheartedly, I just said, sure, whatever, sign me up and I'll learn about it later. And what was most amazing to me was she was right, first of all. I had an amazing experience on the products. I did the 10-day clean eating program, and I noticed immediately my energy was better at my 5 a.m. workouts. I was recovering faster from those workouts. I was sleeping better. My migraines went away, and I was just feeling great. So that was awesome. But now that my family has been on the products for 2.5 years, we're also noticing other things. So for me and my 2 kids, no allergy meds, no antibiotics in my household for either child in those 2.5 years. My son has only missed 2 days of school. My husband's eczema is better. So I can't look for anything better than that. So I'm just going to pass this right along. We know that behind every great business is an amazing product that actually works. And that's what I love about this. Our products are awesome. They are research backed. They are peer reviewed. And the proof is literally living in front of us every day. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to pass this right on to Allison, who's going to talk to you about our products.
Thank you so much, Stacy. And I'll just introduce myself a little bit first before I talk about the products. But my name is Allison Fitzpatrick. I am also a mom of 2 teens and have been married to my lovely husband for 19 years. And, for me, I've been in the business now for a little over 2.5 years. I'm gaining on 3 years now. Time flies when you're having fun. And for me, I learned the power of what whole foods can do for our bodies when I was able to heal my chronic neck pain by changing what I was eating, right? Changing my diet. Years later, thankfully, I've been able to be pain-free, but I wasn't feeling healthy. I was sick all the time. I was tired all the time. And I knew something was missing from my life. I wasn't sure what it was, but I immediately went to food again because food had healed me before. So my friend Becky was posting about Juice Plus. I got curious, although skeptical, but fruits and vegetables is something that I knew I was not getting enough of, and the product just made sense to me. So bringing Juice Plus into my life and into my family's life has really brought our health to a whole new level. Our immune systems, like Stacy said, our immune systems have never been stronger. There's been no antibiotics for my kids either in the past, 3 years. My husband has been able to control his IBS because of it. And for me, after being on the product for 2 years, I was actually able to get off of my high blood pressure medication, which to me was like a minor miracle because I never thought that was going to happen after 10 years. So it's been a pretty amazing journey for us in these past 2.5 years. And, the reason my family now stays consistent is because we plan to prevent. we know that fueling our bodies every day with these plant powders is really helping to keep our health in check. So I'm going to keep this super simple tonight because that's just what our products are. They're simple. And I'm going to start with our capsules. So these are the bottles. These are actually our plant powders. So we have 3 blends. We have a fruit, a veggie, and a berry blend. And in here are 30 raw vine ripened fruits, vegetables, and berries. We're all familiar with the term farm to table. This is actually farm to capsule. So what the company does is they work with small to mid-sized farms where they grow non-GMO produce that are picked at their peak of ripeness when they're like packed with the most nutrition, and they're pulverized down, the whole fruit, vegetable, berry. You get the seeds, the stem, the peel, which is normally things that we don't eat when we're eating fruits and vegetables. And then they're dried at a really low temperature to maintain all of the nutrients. So because this is coming from a farm, this is actually real food. So if you look on here, you'll see this has a nutrition label rather than a vitamin or supplement label that you may be used to with, say your multivitamins. And because it's real food, that means it's safe for everybody. It's safe for kids, nursing pregnant moms, elderly. It's absolutely safe for anybody. There's no warnings or anything like that on the labels. Now, these are not meant to replace fruits and vegetables, but what we do know is we're supposed to be getting, that rainbow of 13 servings of fruits and vegetables every day. And that's even more if you're an athlete. If you're an athlete, it goes up to 6 to 20 servings. And, that's really hard. No matter how clean and healthy we eat, it's really hard to get in the amount of servings that our bodies need to thrive. So what Juice Plus does is it actually bridges the gap between what we do eat and what we're supposed to eat. So few things I love most about Juice Plus. As Stacy mentioned, Juice Plus is the most researched nutritional product in the world and is published in some of the top medical journals. And what our research shows is that it's 100% bioavailable, which means your body is fully absorbing all the nutrients. So, like I mentioned, if you take multivitamins, you may be used to taking your vitamin, you go to the bathroom, you pee, and you see this bright yellow, what we call disco pee, right? That's because your body isn't actually absorbing all of the nutrients from those vitamins. So that doesn't happen with Juice Plus. Juice Plus is just food. Your body knows what to do with it, and it goes right into the bloodstream to do all of the good stuff that phytonutrients are going to do for you. Juice Plus is also NSF certified. So if you're not familiar with that, it's actually better than organic. So when something's organic, it's actually allowed a percentage of pesticides and chemicals in it. When something is NSF certified, it is tested multiple times over and over again, and 0 contaminants are allowed in any NSF certified product. So we can be rest assured that what's on the bottle is in the product, and what's in the product is on the bottle, and nothing more. We don't have to worry about heavy metals, arsenic, anything like that. We also have these amazing chewables. So Juice Plus comes in the chewable form. It's the exact same fruits and vegetables that are in our plant powders, but they're in a really yummy gummy. They are great for kids or adults that don't like to take capsules, although you can open the capsules and actually put them into a smoothie or into oatmeal or applesauce, anything like that. But the chewables are really great. And what I love is that the company has a program called the Healthy Starts for Families program. And with that program, for every adult that eats Juice Plus, you can actually sponsor a child to take it for free for up to 4 years. So that's for ages 4 through college age. So, my husband and I both eat Juice Plus, and we sponsor both of our kids. So for the past almost 3 years, my kids have been on Juice Plus for free, which has been amazing. So next I want to move over to our omegas. So these are our full spectrum omegas. They're 100% vegan, and they are omegas 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. So because these are 100% vegan, there's no fish. So you may be used to having an omega-3 that comes from fish, right? Fish get their omegas from algae. So what Juice Plus did is they actually skipped the middle fish, and they actually went straight to the source and got their omegas straight from the algae, along with other sources like pomegranate seed oil, sea buckthorn, raspberry seed oil, tomato seed oil. So this is an amazing blend. You don't get any fishy burps. If you do taste any of this at all, it tastes like a vanilla creamsicle. It's actually really yummy. And we all know omegas are great for hair, for skin, inflammation, mood, and especially for brain health. So next, I want to quickly talk about our whole food complete powder. So my family absolutely loves these. They make a great snack or a meal. They're filled with 15 more plants, so 15 additional plants that are different from our plant powders. They're all plant-based, so they're 100% vegan, they're gluten-free, dairy-free, they're low glycemic, so they're safe for diabetics. They come in chocolate and vanilla, and we love these. We make smoothies with them, we make pudding, we make protein balls, we make hot cocoa. There's just lots of great stuff, and they are super yummy. So these play a key role in our daily routine. My daughter has them for breakfast every single morning. And lastly, I want to talk quickly about our tower garden. So if you can actually, Hilary, raise your hand. There's Hilary. You can look in the background. She actually has her tower garden in her background. So, right, are you in your living room, kitchen? Which is awesome. So if you love to grow your own food, or you might be too scared to do your own traditional garden, you'll absolutely love the tower garden. I have one. I've had it really ever since I started the business. So I'm going to be on my 3rd outdoor season. I've had 2 indoor seasons. And it's fantastic. You know, I grow my own organic, non-GMO vegetables all year round. And I grow things like kale and chard and herbs and different lettuces. In the summer, I'm going to be planting tomatoes and cucumbers and peppers and lots of great stuff. So it's super simple to use. There's no dirt involved. There's no weeds. And it really does take care of itself, which is awesome. So I know I went through those fairly quickly, but I am super excited for a few people to share their product stories, because it's really the stories that bring our products to life. So I am going to pass it on over to Christie, who is going to share her story. Christie, I'll unmute you. There you go.
Hi, I'm Christie Vigu. I'm actually a dog trainer in New Hampshire. I am married with a 14 and an almost teenager of 12. So my journey with Juice Plus is I've actually been vegan for 8 years. I also am a pretty avid CrossFit athlete. So I do a lot with my body, and I put myself through a lot. Because of that, you know, eating a lot of fruits and vegetables is really important, and also really increasing my protein intake was important. The products I used for a really long time, I enjoyed and I trusted, and around the time that I found Juice Plus was when a lot of research came out that the products I was using was really, they found high levels of heavy metals and arsenic and all of the things that I was trying to prevent putting in my body by being vegan. So I was doing the opposite of what my goal was. So I kind of panicked a little bit, but luckily I was friends with Allison, and she's been posting a lot about Juice Plus and the shred. And so we had a really good conversation, and I learned about the company and about the NSF certification. So I felt really good about trying it. And was really kind of won over by not only the product and how good it is, but it's really delicious. And I love to eat good food. It's also really versatile. So I make amazing waffles. My new breakfast is making it with oatmeal. So I make a little bit of oatmeal and TVP, and I put in a scoop of the vanilla complete. And it is my new favorite with a little bit of strawberries. So it's been just a really big help for me. As for the rest of my family, my daughter suffers from symptoms of Lyme that she's had since she was 3, and she's also an asthmatic. She's recently started on using the caps and has fallen in love with the chocolate complete and has that for breakfast quite often. She loves the mug cake recipe from the shred. You know, sometimes she asks that for breakfast, and it seems like a dessert, but it's actually really, really good for her. So she enjoys having a dessert like breakfast. So I'm hopeful that with the caps and with the complete that we can make some progress in her Lyme symptoms and in her asthma symptoms over time. I think it'll take a little bit of time, but it's an enjoyable process to go through together. So. that's all.
Right. Thank you for sharing, Christie. It is incredible, right? It's the hope that we're looking for, right? With these products.
Yeah.
Sometimes we see it right away, and other times it's the hope, and I can't wait to see what happens with your daughter. All right, so we're going to pass this on to Damy now, who's also going to share her product story. Make sure you unmute yourself, Damy. There you are.
Second.
You're good.
I'm good. Okay. Hi, guys. My name is Damy Pichardo. I am a mom of 6. I'm married to my husband of almost 15 years. So I was introduced to the product by Dawn Veras. She's actually my training partner, my yoga teacher by night. I like to say, like, I work in corporate America by day, yoga teacher by night. But yeah, we met at the gym. And honestly, I've only been on the product since the end of March, but it's been like one of the most amazing experiences for my family and I. So we started the shred in April, and we decided to do it. So my husband decided to do it, which that's like the most incredible thing so far, that I've been able to get him on board to something that, like, you know, he's like, oh, you know, another thing that you're doing or whatnot. It's just made it so super simple. He loves the shakes. So he loves our capsules, and just seeing, I think the fact that our son is seeing my husband and I do it together has encouraged him to, as well. So it's gotten to the point now that it's been like, I believe, a little over 5 weeks, and he's asking for his own shakes and smoothies in the morning. So it's really reshaped how we go about our meals, just adding more plant food. And yeah, it's been amazing so far. So I've been on a wellness journey to sustain like 100-pound weight loss for the last 4.5 years. So within the last year, I hit a plateau because I think I became so fixated on counting calories, counting macros, trying to figure that out. And nothing was working. I was actually gaining a lot of weight and gaining it fast. So when I started the shred, it was amazing to kind of retrain my thoughts and peel away these old habits that I was becoming victim to once again. So it's been amazing. Like I said, we love the chewables. I love the energy that it gives us. It's allowed my husband to stop depending so much on caffeine. And I think that's the biggest thing, that we're doing this as a family, and it's the first thing that we've been able to do as a unit, instead of me, you know, planning my healthy meals and they're eating whatever, or trying to force my son to eat vegetables. Now it's like, okay, Cristiano, you know, what 2 vegetables do you want to pick for the week that you're going to have for dinner? So we're just being much more intentional about our meals, and it's just really inspired us here at home.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
I love that. You know, we all, parents here or grandparents, whoever's here, people who want to be parents, right? Your goal is to really want to inspire your kids, right? Because we would do anything for our children. So when you start modeling those behaviors, it really is amazing what they pick up along the way. So that's awesome that you're doing that. Again, it's amazing. You're on your own health journey, and that's what we're looking for. So we're going to take this right now. We're going to turn this around. We're going to start talking about the amazing business that is behind these products. And I'm going to pass this off to Hilary, who's going to get us moving in that direction. So thanks again, Damy and Christie.
All right. Hi, everyone. As Stacy said, I'm Hilary. I'm a physical therapist in Washington, D.C. I'm also an IIN, Institute of Integrative Nutrition Health coach. I've been part of the Juice Plus business for a little over 4 years, and I'm also a mom of twin boys. As Stacy said, we're going to switch gears and talk about the business. I love the business side of Juice Plus. As much as I love the products, I love the business side even more. I've always been super passionate about health and wellness, and been fortunate enough to be a physical therapist where I get to help people feel better and thrive on a daily basis. But with Juice Plus, I get to do that on such a bigger scale. I was also looking for a way to make passive income when I was introduced to the business. I'm constantly trading dollars for hours, and if I don't see a patient, I don't get paid. So if I want to take time off to spend with my kids or go on a field trip with them or go on vacation, I don't get paid. And at the time, I didn't even know that I was looking for passive income until I started learning about the business. And I realized like it's so important to have that passive income source or to even have a second source of income. And so what Juice Plus has become to me is a plan B as well. So I own my own PT practice, and I love that I get to own my own practice, and I've always been entrepreneurial in spirit. But then with owning my own business comes a ton of stress and overhead and managing other people. And that's not the fun part about running a business. But with Juice Plus, I get to make this second source of income passively with none of the stress that I have with my traditional business. And the best part is I can do it in stolen moments. So when my kids go to bed at night, I can do some work. Like right now, they're going upstairs to go to bed. On my way to work and on my way home from work, I can listen to some calls or some training calls. So you can really fit this business in as you do life. If I'm on the playground and I see someone with a runny nose, I talk to the mom about, what we do as a family to stay healthy. So it's a great business that you can really do, just fit into your life in any way that you do it. So I just want to talk about, as I said, I love the business, but I didn't always love the business. When I first heard network marketing or multi-level marketing, I was really skeptical about that type of business model, as I'm sure some of you on this phone call are, and some people who've been in the business, they felt the same way I did when we first heard about this. So I just want to kind of talk about some of the questions and skepticisms that I had, so I can kind of ease your mind with some of them that you have. So the first one that I always hear is, oh, is it one of those things? Is it a pyramid scheme? It absolutely is not one of those things. Pyramid schemes are 100% illegal. If it was a pyramid scheme, this company would have been put out of business a long time ago. This company has been around for 25 years. The products have never been recalled in all of 25 years. And we have the same CEO running the business that started the business 25 years ago. So definitely not a pyramid scheme. And then as far as, do you have to like selling? You don't need to like selling. It's all about just, I kind of went out of order, I just realized, but that's okay. Do you have to like selling? You don't need to like selling. It's really a teach business, and it's just sharing what you love. And just like if someone said, Hilary, where did you get your haircut, or where do you get your manicure? What's your favorite restaurant? When I love something, I just want to tell people about it so they could share an experience that I'm having. So it's the same thing that we do with this business. We just share about a product that we love. And then the third myth or that people think is that you need to know a lot of people. And that's not true either. And it's just about knowing a couple people and then sharing with those people. And I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to switch orders what we normally do. We'll talk about the business structure after this. All right. So when we talk about knowing a lot of people, when I started in this business, it was just me. And then, can you see that? Allison, give me a thumbs up. Okay. And then I introduced the business to my friend Becky, who's on this call. She introduced it to Allison, who you guys have met. Allison introduced it to her friend Ginny and Julie. And then I also introduced it to Stacy, who's on this call. Stacy introduced it to Sarge and Kelly. And then each person just introduced it to two people. And then just by introducing by two people, you can just see the duplication and how quickly you can grow this business just by duplicating. And if you decide, I just want to show you the power of numbers. So I showed you just with this popcorn effect, but with the power of numbers, as I said, I started just introducing it to two people. If two people that I introduced it to two, that becomes four. Those four become, if they introduce to two, that becomes 8. If 8 introduced to two, that becomes 16. If 16 introduced, that becomes 32. So if you just decide that you don't want to do this kind of on the side, part-time, the way I've been doing it, and you really want to go full force, which a lot of people do, and instead of getting, full-time income in 4 or 5 years, how I've been doing it, you want to get a full-time income in 2 or 3 years, you could introduce the business to 5 people. If those 5 people introduce it to 5, that becomes 25. If those 25 introduce it to 5, that becomes 125. If those 125 introduce to 5, it becomes 625, and then it just keeps multiplying. So you can have a super successful business by introducing it to 2 people, or even much, much bigger if you introduce it to 5 people. So that's just the power of numbers and how this business works. But I also just want to show you the typical structure of our business compared to a traditional business. So our traditional business, okay, one second here, is shaped like a triangle or a pyramid. You have the CEO at the top, and then you have a lot of layers underneath that. You have like senior management, middle managers, VPs, all the way down. At the bottom, I call those like the daily grind, people trading dollars for hours, as most of us do. It's possible to work your way up to the top or close to the top, but you can see that there's very, very little room at the top. And it's usually really competitive to get all the way up there. And the great thing about Juice Plus, we're completely opposite of that. If you take that same triangle, flip it upside down on its head, can you still see that? Okay. Our top position, instead of being called a CEO, it's called an NMD, a National Marketing Director. The great thing is we all come in at the same level. So no matter whether you're a doctor, a stay-at-home mom, a bartender, a nutritionist, whatever you are, we all come in at the same exact level as a direct distributor. We all pay the exact same amount to join the business, which is $50. We also have levels where you have to work your way up to get to the top level, but you can see how wide it is at our top level compared to up here. So there's plenty of room. So anyone who does a business has the same possibility of making it to the top. The great thing about working up our levels is the more people you help get healthy or improve their lifestyle, that's how you're going to make it to the top. And then once you do get to the top, you get full benefits. So health benefits, even tuition reimbursement, we get bonuses, holiday bonuses. So it's a really incredible business. So that's how the business structure works and why I love it so much. And I think I've talked about everything out of order that I normally do, but I've talked about everything. So the great thing about is what we said is hearing people's stories. So I'm going to actually turn it over to Molly, who's going to tell us why she said yes to the business. So Molly, you can take yourself off mute and we'll hear you.
Cool. Hey, everybody. I'm Molly. I am 30 years old. I don't have any kids. I have a dog and a husband, and I'm a women's holistic life coach. And I'm brand new to Juice Plus, thanks to Becky. And this team has been so incredible. And I want to share with you a little bit about kind of what caused me to say yes to the business, because the product to me was very cut and dry, really no cons at all to the product. But the business part, I was hesitant at first, and I'll share why. Throughout my entire life since I was 17 years old, I had always worked in restaurants and bars because as a millennial, my time is most of us, everyone, time is our most precious resource. And I loved the flexibility that restaurants gave me. I loved having money in my hands. I loved taking, months off at a time to go travel and then come right back to a job. But the older I got, the more I realized that industry was really, really challenging for me. And I wanted something else that's going to really fuel my dream because I don't know, I have huge dreams in this life. I'm sure everyone does here. And when I saw Juice Plus's business model, and to back up a quick second, I also went and started my own business on the side as a life coach. And it was and still has been the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. And learning about marketing and learning about advertising and all these things. And I do not have a business background at all, but I was passionate about the service and work that I do. So from building that business, I met Becky. I learned about Juice Plus, the product, fantastic, the business, even better, because it was so simple. It was so easy. It made so much sense. You don't need a business background or any kind of entrepreneurial bone in your body. They have built the structure out so well that it's really just a plug and play thing. And when you have passion behind a product, when you have passion behind a salon or a friend who gives your kid the best haircut, you want to share it to everyone. And so for me, it made so much sense. There was very little to no risk involved. It was $50 to sign up, an annual fee. Like, that was crazy to me. So I, since saying yes to the business, it's opened up it's kind of opened up it's taken off the blinders for me and a second stream of income. I'm still young and I'm learning about, what I want to do with my money, my future and retirement and all these things. And I want to have a life one day where I can sit on the beach and make money. And it's even opened up the dialogue and conversation in my relationship with my husband and talking about possibility and really the limitless possibilities that you can grow this business. And that's the beautiful thing about it is I'm coming in brand new, but what Hilary just said about the model and the triangles is there's no ceiling. There's no form of seniority or you have to wait your turn. You can blow it up. You can take your time. And that's what I love about it. It's flexible. It meets all my needs and it makes me excited to just go for it. So again, I'm brand new, but I'm super excited. And it's been so much easier than I ever thought owning a business or buying into a networking marketing company would ever be. And that's it.
I was trying to find my
Oh, you're okay.
So I'm in the car, right? So this is one of the great things about this business is you can do this business from anywhere. So Hilary, give me a thumbs up. Are we doing one more story or let Becky go? Yes, no? See, we're on the fly all the time here. This is what I love about this.
I think we'll end it because we're at our 30 minutes.
All right, perfect. So I'm gonna wrap.
Yeah, let's just wrap up. But Stacy, we can barely hear you. Just talk a little bit louder.
Okay. Can you hear me now? Better? Yes? I'll hold it. How about that? Is that better? Okay. Sorry. Like I said, you can do this business from anywhere. So I'm in my car at my kids' soccer practice. So what I love about the business. So we really hope you guys have learned something tonight about the products, about the business, that you've been inspired by somebody's story, and just know that this is a business that's on the fly all the time and we just go with things. And that's what I love about it. This is an amazing community of people. So if you heard something and you want to learn more, or if there's someone you thought about who you think might benefit from the products or the business, please, please, please share this video on with them. This is a business of referrals and we really appreciate anything and anything that you can do to inspire healthy living around the world. So we want to just thank you. So it's getting dark in here. And now I'm hitting my horn. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. We know life is crazy busy as I'm witnessing sweating in my car. We appreciate your time and just have a great night. We're going to stop the recording and feel free to answer any questions that you guys might have. So thank you everyone for sharing your stories.